This is one of the most uniquely designed mice I ever tried, and I'm truly excited about its features. So in this video, we'll be checking its physical overview, features, software, do some latency tests, and more. We'll tell you everything you need to know coming up. Hey, what's up guys, this is Mac and we do a lot of tech related videos like this one. If this is your first time, consider subscribing. With that said, let's begin. So what do we get inside the box? The battle-worn edition mouse, obviously. A paracord USB-A to USB-C cable around 6 feet. A 1000Hz USB dongle receiver. Female USB-A to USB-C adapter. A 4000Hz receiver. Extra mouse gliders, anti-slip pads, and cleaning cloth. And lastly, the manual. Now let's check out some physical overview. So the mouse shell is crafted from magnesium alloy in light gray color with battle-worn design. And it features a very unique ergonomic shape, an alien-like core in the middle with interchangeable RGB lighting effects. It has a 6 fully programmable button, left, right, middle, DPI, and the 2 side buttons. The left and right mouse buttons are also made out of magnesium alloy as they are integrated into the entire mouse shell. On the other hand, the DPI and the 2 side buttons are made out of plastic. If you are curious about how it sounds like, well, here's a sound test. The mouse is almost ambidextrous if it wasn't for the side buttons. At the front, you'll see a USB-C input, and at the back, you'll see large holes and you'll find the Gravastar logo in the center. Underneath, you'll find the 6 mouse gates, the sensor, the connectivity switch, mouse dongle compartment, and some information about the mouse on this side. Before we move on to the features, let's check this real quick. So this is the 4K wireless receiver. It is made out of plastic and features the same alien-like design as the mouse, with matching illumination, and underneath it has a rubber grip to keep it in place. I guess that's all for its physical overview. Now let's check out the features. So this mouse offers multiple connectivity. It can be used as wired or wireless via Bluetooth or 1kHz dongle receiver or 4kHz receiver. While most wireless mice typically have a polling rate of 1000Hz, this one boasts a 4000Hz polling rate, providing greater responsive and accuracy. A 4000Hz polling rate means that the mouse reports its position to the computer 4000 times per second, compared to the 1000 times per second for a 1kHz mouse. This will also improve precision and reduce latency. The increase of frequency of updates can lead to more precise tracking, which can be beneficial in fast-paced and competitive gaming scenarios. This mouse uses a PAW3395DM sensor with 26,000 dpi, 650 IPS maximum acceleration, and 50G maximum speed. It also has a 400 mAh battery, turbo speed wireless technology, onboard memory to save 4 different profiles, and a glow sync RGB lighting. And by the way, the mouse only works with Windows OS, which is unfortunate news for Linux and Mac OS users. Anyway, I guess that's all that there is for its features, but if you want to know more detailed specification, then you can check this out and pause the video. Now, there are many more features to explore in the software, so that's what we're going to check out next. So, let's go! So this is the software, and you'll see these options if you plug both the 1K receiver and the 4K receiver simultaneously. If the mouse is connected via wired setup, then you'll see this. Obviously, we're going to focus on the 4K receiver, so let's stick with that for now. When using the mouse for the first time, you'll be prompted to pair it. Press the space bar when you're ready, then press left, right, middle mouse button simultaneously to start the pairing process. Once it's done, you're all set and you won't need to repeat this step each time. If you look at the software, it is very straightforward. As you can see, we have several icons here for customization, performance, macros, lighting, and system settings. And over here, we can see an accurate battery indicator. First, let's check the customization. So we have this drop-down menu for 4 different configurations. We also have these programmable buttons that we can configure. You can set it up to any mouse function like keyboard combination, DPI, switch, media, and macro. Once you have set up all 4 profiles, you can export your file accordingly. This process will also save the entire setting within each individual profile in its onboard memory. Now in the Performance tab is where we can set our different DPI stages. You can manually change each stage and customize its colors accordingly. You can also set a report rate from 125Hz to 4000Hz if you are using the 4K receiver. Under the sensor setting, we got more options. Mode Select is grayed out for wide and 4K since it is the best performance of the mouse. But you can choose between low performance and high performance in 1K Hz if you are using the 1K dongle receiver. Take note that the high performance of the mouse is using more power. So using low power performance prolong the battery life. Lift-off distance is also customizable. You can set it to 1mm or 2mm. Not only that, but also the peak performance where the sensor is set to maximum performance mode. You can choose how long will that be over here. Lastly, we got the switches, the ripple control, angle snapping, and motion sync. I'll place a definition on your screen for more info. For my personal needs, I'll be setting the ripple and motion sync on for my gaming sessions. Macros are a great option for some gamers, though I don't personally use them, so we won't be exploring this part in detail. However, the feature is available if you need it. Now in the Lighting tab is where we can change the RGB lighting mode of the mouse. We only have 5 preset in total that complements the design of the mouse. We also have a switch to turn off the lights when the mouse is in motion, as well as a time selection option to automatically turn off the RGB lights when not in use. In the System Settings tab is where we can change the language, see the device firmware version, pairing tool if you need to pair it again, and some Windows connected options that you might need to enable or disable. I think that covers everything about the software. Now let's move on to the wireless latency tests. Now let's move on to the conclusion and let me tell you the things that I love about this mouse and what areas that could be improved. Let's start with the things that could be improved. Number 1. The battery life. 400 mAh battery is just too little for hardcore gamers who want to keep playing wireless in 4K Hz. I'm not sure if this is possible, but hopefully we'll see 1000 mAh battery as a standard for wireless gaming mouse very soon. It is unfortunate that this mouse is compatible with Windows only, leaving Linux users unable to experience it in their gaming setup. A firmware update could potentially resolve this issue, so hopefully Gravastar takes a note and addresses this concern. If you are a Linux user and you wanted this mouse, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Another problem is the config profile cannot be renamed. I'm talking about this drop-down menu. You will always have to guess what config 1 is for what game. I wish we could rename it so that it will not be too confusing. And it will be ideal if the configuration profile could automatically sync with the game, so that when the game launches, the Gravastar software switches to the sync profile configuration accordingly. By the way, 4K Hz is a good thing, but a little bit of warning for low-end PC users. 4K Hz polling rate can put a slightly higher load on your CPU. If your PC can't handle it, then I suggest use the 1K Hz dongle receiver instead. One of the most compelling reasons I love this mouse is its robust build, skeletal design, and artistic aesthetics. It's like owning a piece of functional art. Gravastar claims that these battle-worn designs are handcrafted, and as a 3D model designer, I can attest that they are truly handmade. If you look into the other M1Pro mouse, you'll notice that their scratches differ from each other. It's not just the mouse shell that impresses me. The subtlety of the RGB lighting is equally captivating, giving the impression of an alien lifeform inside. The lighting presets are well designed and perfectly complementing the overall aesthetics, unlike those other mouse competitors that slap whatever lighting they have in their product even though it doesn't look good. I'm also a fan of the satisfying click of the mouse switches, not just the main buttons but also the DPI and side buttons. The mouse fits perfectly on my hand, eliminating the need for rubber grips to ensure a secure hold. But obviously, you can add these rubber grips included in the box if you think otherwise, which is also a plus for Gravastar since not many manufacturers do this. Also, the extra mouse skates are much appreciated as well. The mouse has a substantial weight, which I personally prefer over lighter ones, especially since I don't focus heavily on FPS games, but hopefully we get a lighter version of this mouse soon for those who wanted a lightweight mouse. Now, when discussing about functionality, this mouse is truly overclocked. I hope this is not an exaggeration, but consider its 4K polling rate, adjustable debounce time, adjustable peak performance, and lift-off distance. You can also turn on the ripple control, which possesses the raw sensor data to produce a smoother and more stable cursor movement, and also the motion sync, which aim to synchronize the sensor's data with the polling rate of the computer. I mean, the overall performance is advantageous for any competitive gamer seeking for a wireless gaming experience. Not only that, but also the onboard memory. Each time you save your mouse configuration, the settings will stay in the mouse even if you use it with a different PC. Another notable feature that I find relevant is the RGB timer, allowing you to set the lights timer to turn off automatically when not being used, eliminating the need to worry about the RGB lights going off. This is particularly beneficial for me as a content creator because I dislike it when I'm recording a video and the RGB lights will turn off too quickly. Overall, it is a great mouse with awesome design and great performance. So if you'll ask me if I'll recommend this, well, that is a big yes, especially for those gamers who want zero latency wireless gaming. This Gravastar Mercury M1Pro mouse with 4K Hz wireless connection is the best option for you. If you're interested in getting one of these today, I've placed a link in the description below for you to check it out. And if you think this is not for you, make sure you check out the other mouse reviews we have on your screen. So that's it guys, thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one.